T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Joy Seekers are live.
And welcome all to another Sunday night. Yet another Sunday night. And Kev's back with us tonight. So big hi to Kev and to Terry and to Marcus and to Jackie.
I can't find my hand.
He's lost his hand. It's a puppy. Right. So,
there it is. Found it.
It's on the end of your arm. Oh dear, we haven't done the joke yet either. Right, welcome to Steve Essex, who was here at 7:32. Woohoo! First like. Yes, don't forget to hit that like button. And Stevie Spires, Brian, Gary, Jerry, Jackie. No, I know them. Steve Deere, and Harvey. So welcome on board anyway. 19 watching, so 19 watching, 19 likes. Thumbs up, please.
Oh, that means that's 19 entries for the photographic competition, and we're all here waiting.
And yes,
waiting for results.
We have had 27 entries to the competition. So it's very, yeah, it goes to show. People do watch us. They do take a notice of us. That's good. So we're not.
Have you made a final decision, Kev?
Oh,
I'll tell you.
Joseph Ace Ven. Yeah, I'm not going to be Joseph.
Joseph Acevedo.
Hot road.
Joseph Avocado.
Avocado. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
That'll do. Sorry, Joseph.
Right. Daytona was at that drone meetup yesterday in Florida.
Really?
Oh, I wonder how that went.
How many people went? Did anyone know?
There were, I don't know how many, but there were a lot. There was several people did some live streams from the event, and it was really windy, so it wasn't like it was really good drone flying weather, but it was kind of like a family reunion. You know, people that associate online, and they finally got to all. I'm going to say there were at least 30 different drone flyers, I would say.
I look forward to seeing the videos. So that's all I'm
Joseph
saying.
Acevedo.
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 Acevedo. That's a bit cool, that, isn't it?
Well done.
Acevedo.
Right. Are we all happy now? Admin department. We keep calling you admin department. I don't know the name. Admin department.
That's Andy. Who?
That's Andy.
Andy from LA.
Yeah.
Well done. Thanks for coming and joining us. Right. Okay. Right. Without further ado, we've got a guest tonight.
We got a guest. Who is it?
I don't know who it is.
I have
no idea. Let's have a look.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Hey, it's Kim. Hey, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Greetings. Sorry. Greetings, everyone out there in the nice, kind world. In the kind drone world.
Earthlings.
What's Hot Rod going on about?
Yeah,
Sorry, Jackie.
Did you hear about the most exciting thing yesterday?
Yeah. So, I'll tell you what that. Well, I'll tell you what that was. I guess it was exciting, but it was a bummer for the individual. A guy flying one of those FPV drones, the new DJI FPV drone. He was flying it with that wand, and it was. I hate to say it, but he was just talking about how he was like Maverick in Top Gun with that wand, and whap, that thing hit the water. but now here is the extraordinary part of it. Another individual there, and this is out in the ocean, right? Another individual there just went out there and was able to dive down and retrieve it and brought it back.
Wow.
Was it all right though?
No, negatory. No bueno. No, it's bueno.
If he's been dunked in salt water, the best thing to do is rinse it in fresh water and put it in rice. But
well, what was hilarious is the guy comes back up and he's holding it up in the air, and in unison, everybody on shore yelled at him, "Unplug the battery!"
They go, "What? I can't hear you."
He wouldn't be going to Spain, would he, by any chance? It'd be worth a recovery, worth a video watching that, wouldn't it?
That's got to be the quickest, Kim and Jackie. That's got to be the quickest reference to the Jackie.
The drowning.
I said it quietly.
To the Sparky.
Or we call it the sinking of the Sparky.
Sparky incident.
Yeah, me and Stephen Deere, we know how it feels.
We know how he feels.
Yeah.
Steve, at least you only put yours in
Mate,
about 2 inches of water. Jackie put hers in lots of water.
Yeah.
I prefer not to use water. I prefer to aim at cycling.
What was interesting about this situation is, I mean, he hit the water at speed. It's not like it just plopped into the water. I mean, it was flying and then whap. I mean, it hit the water. Yeah.
I see there was another video, FPV video. I don't know if it's trying to think of where I actually saw it. Someone posted a video, FPV. It's similar to the one with the bowling alley, but it wasn't the bowling alley.
That was so cool.
That was brilliant. But this one, I've got to try and remember the link where I saw it. This one was, it sort of went into a building.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be one of these multiplex buildings where you've got cinema, you've got restaurants, you've got sort of it looked like a recording studio, and all different places. Might have been actually a multi-studio place, and it flew through all these rooms, and there was shutter door was coming down, and as it was coming down, I think it must have been all staged. It just flew under the shutter door as it was coming down. That was very good, but not as good as the bowling alley.
Hold on, there was a second drone that hit the water. An FPV drone bounced and
wound up. Sure. Wow.
Ooh.
Now, that would have been a DJI one.
That one skimmed.
Yes. Well, the one that I saw was a DJI drone, Terry. The one that Hot Rod is talking about now, I'm not sure.
So, Kim, are you going to get the DJI FPV?
Pardon?
Goodness, Jackie. I need something that's a little bit gentle and glides through the air, not sort of like that, you know.
Kim, I think you'd be right. Just don't put it in manual mode. Just simple.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, how slow can you go with one of those?
I think
You've got to have a bit of speed, haven't you, to get like the curves? Otherwise, it would just.
Well, but it does. I mean, you can put it in
normal mode. The DJI mode, the DJI drone in normal mode, top speed is 30 miles an hour. So it's going to be similar to your Mavic Mini or the Mini 2, quite frankly.
In sport mode.
Now in sport mode, it will do 60, and then if you put it in, I don't know if I can't remember what they call it, acro mode or whatever. I don't know if it's
that's the manual mode.
The manual mode, it will do. So DJI says 87 miles an hour.
Right, yeah.
People have had it over 100.
100.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've watched a friend A friend of mine actually flies like planes. He flies planes, and I mean, he fly about 100 miles an hour. You know, and I think it's all very well, but you've got to actually keep your eye on. I mean, it's all about line of sight. I mean, your eyes don't move that fast, do they?
Certainly.
Well, that's kind of I was just going to say the fallacy of line of sight, but that's kind of the point. I mean, a drone like that FPV drone, even if you have a spotter, if you're flying it at those kind of speeds,
yeah, you're not going to keep up with it.
It ain't going to be in line of sight for long.
No, definitely not.
5 seconds.
This is, I think that's going to be a complication in this country. I don't know what it's going to be like in the rest of the Europe, but I know in this country the CAA are always very stringent on having it in line of sight. Now, okay, with an FPV, you're supposed to have a spotter. You know, and I'm thinking, well, how many people are going to have it? You know, every time you fly a drone, you've got to take someone with you. That's a bit of a bind in itself, isn't it? So you're going to be limited to who can come with you, and can they see correctly?
Yeah, I see.
Oh yeah, there it is. Look. Oh,
water mode seems quite popular with a few people.
I don't know how it's going to pan out. I mean, they look great fun. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd love to have a go on one. I'd be scared to death that I'd probably crash it on the first flight. You know.
Oh, I like it.
Talking of different drones, I saw a red waterproof drone that you could actually fly out of the water and then come out of the water and fly.
The Swell Pro, yeah.
So have you reviewed it, Marcus?
I haven't. I did visit with those people at CES last year quite a bit. Yeah. They've got a couple of different models that you can just go into the water and they'll even you can even go down a little bit and it will pull itself back up out of the water and take off again. To me, what point is that though? I don't.
Just in case of problems.
Yeah, maybe.
Jackie Proof. Jackie Proof Mark II.
Yeah.
Steve mentioned a good point there. If you want to go faster, do you want great video? Well, I think there is.
Good point, Steve.
To actually watch some of the FPV drones, you know, watching for the likes of John, who's on there, and Bernie, it does. It has that certain thing about it, doesn't it? You know, it's just all these dodging in and out of this. Like that video in the bowling alley. I mean, I watched that video. Is that really possible? Is it actually possible?
I thought that, yes.
Wasn't it?
Because
I mean, everybody in there must know it was going on because it was all planned. Doing their thing.
It weren't CGI. That definitely weren't CGI.
No. Too good, wasn't it?
And the audio was added post-production as well. When you heard the people talking at the tables and stuff.
Of course,
that was a good job.
But whoever done it was very clever, whether it was filmed in one or whether it's
flying in at the start.
You just think yourself, what is going on?
Hey, my favorite part was the couple that was at the bowling alley, and she goes, "My foot wasn't over the line," and then the guy says, "There are rules to this game."
Oh dear.
So Kim, have you been out discovering any new history lately?
Oh, this pandemic is really took its toll with me.
Oh God, yeah, I suppose
I've been out for walks.
Fine,
you know, I mean, I've got myself a new camera. And loads of other bits and bobs. You know, this is what happens when you get in COVID pandemics. You start buying things, but you know what I mean.
Actually, Kim, they reckon and I probably they were talking about this pandemic and lockdowns and whatever in the UK. They reckon for those who are fortunate enough to let's say, still got a reasonable income and otherwise still working. Like most people have been able to save more money than they've ever been able to save ever.
How did they do that?
What do you spend it on? If you don't, I mean, if unless you're spending on drones and toys and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Sort of getting to work and back.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That alone, I mean, okay, I only do just over about well, just under 10 miles a day to work and back. But I haven't been there since bloody December.
I'm literally dying to get out. I mean, when is it, Steve? Is it April? Is it just after Easter?
April the 12th is the day when people do things like get your hair cut.
Oh, well, I don't have that problem.
Hey, Kim,
What happened with it? I'm going to a female.
Kim, even if you have your injection, you can't go out.
You'll Bryn, if you remember him.
Marcus?
I was going to say, in the UK, even after you've had both injections, you're still restricted by all the same lockdown rules.
Well, we're playing it safe. We're in the UK. What we're doing, they've set out what they call a roadmap of when things are going to happen. The first roadmap was on the 8th of March. Kim, was it?
Yeah.
That changed. Then there's something else on the 30th of March, is it? Or something else?
Well, I don't know. I've had my first jab.
Yep. Me too.
So it's either give away to our age, or we may have a problem with our bodies.
Kim, just out of curiosity, Kim, what one did you have? Did you have the AstraZeneca or did you have the Pfizer?
The Oxford one.
Did you feel okay?
We're not well. On the day I had it, which was about 5 o'clock in the evening, I didn't actually feel it. To be honest, I didn't even feel anything in the arm. But then, as the evening progressed, I said, "God, blimey, I feel crap." And I did. All for the next day, I just felt
headaches, haven't they?
it wasn't a flu thing. It just absolutely drained me. I couldn't do anything, and then next day, I'm fine, absolutely fine.
Well, I had 2 days where I actually felt like I had like a mild flu-like symptoms, and
I keep telling you guys though, all the cool kids get the Pfizer vax. All the cool people.
Obviously,
Marcus.
with Jackie.
Yeah, yours, Terry.
The Marcus.
It's because you're too young. That's the trouble. You young ones, you have to wait your turn.
I wish.
What's Gary saying? Is it?
He's at the Astra. He's at the Vauxhall Astra.
Astra. Oh, funky dope. Hey, my man.
No, the symptoms.
No, I mean, funny thing is, everyone kept saying, "Well, you won't be able to lay on your arm," but my arm was fine. It wasn't that; it was the rest of my body was like feeling like I had. I sat there on the Tuesday morning working, and I felt like I was actually glowing.
So, Kev, you haven't had it yet, Kev?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Oh.
I'm too young.
Around yours later.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Another young one. Same as Terry, you see. Too young. You have to wait your turn, you kids.
I'll just comb my hair.
Don't rub it in. Terry, before. Just haven't got any.
Sarah is literally about to kill me. I mean, Sarah is going nuts over this. It's freaking her out.
Why hasn't she gone at you with the clippers?
I was looking through your videos, Kim, and I thought, Kim must have some new videos on. I looked and I thought, he hasn't got any, but this one, I still like this one. We're going to watch this one.
Greetings, everyone, to my channel. Today, we're going to be filming the Duchess of Sutherland. Well, at least we hope it's going to be the Duchess of Sutherland. There was speculation it might be the Union of South Africa. I don't know why, whether it or not they didn't know whether the Duchess would be ready, but we've actually arrived quite near to the location where we're going to film. It's nice and quiet down here. There's nobody here. It's lovely. No flight restrictions. There's no cables of anything. It's just all open. Fantastic. There's a bridge there. There is a name for that. I don't know whether they call it the Seven Arches Bridge or the Six. I'm not sure. And then we'll follow the train, the Duchess, as she comes up the gradient, right up to the top, and we'll be more or less up there somewhere. So we can see her coming down the track from a good half a mile away. Plenty of time to get the drone up in the air and and get some good photos. So let's see how it goes. Always come well equipped.
Yeah.
Very good.
That was brilliant, Kim.
I had to think there. When did I do that?
I think it was about 25 years ago.
It must have been. I was thinking, when did I do that one? Because I mean, the gentleman I was with was my father-in-law, believe it or not, and he loves coming with me to take photographs of the train, the locomotive. But that was the Duchess of Sutherland, which is my favourite train, even above the Flying Scotsman. Everybody will say, well, the Flying Scotsman's mine, but the Duchess is just beautiful train, lovely colour and everything.
What was the other one we showed last time? Well, not last time on the show, it was the time before that on the show. We showed you, what was that one?
Oh, that was the Union of South Africa.
Right, because that was, I noticed that one was filmed with the Mavic 2 Pro.
Yeah, I've done the Inspire. When did I do that one? But my last one I did with the Mavic.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I did one. The very last one I did. The very last one I did was with the Mavic, and that was the final run of the. Was it not the unit? Was it the unit South Africa? No, I think it was the. Was it the Duchess? I can't remember which one it was now. It's either the Duchess or Unit South Africa, but it did its last run. And when I was flying, when I was following that, I felt that was my best chase ever.
Yeah,
because I kept on going, and the different techniques I had to use, because not only did I have to make sure I could see the drone, but also to carry on. And then I also had to start going up, otherwise I would have gone straight into some trees. So I had to have a quick look and think, right, I better start going up now. And someone actually said, "How did you miss those trees?" I said, "Hell, I don't know, but I did."
Have you had any published, Kim? Like BBC or anyone?
Yes, the one I had published was the one where it was going over the Haringbush Viaduct.
Yeah.
Which, and this was the one where it was the Union of South Africa, the Duchess of Sutherland going over that nice red crimson colour. And there was a section when it had gone over the viaduct, and then there was a section of the video where it was all this lovely autumnal colours, which went beautiful with the locomotive itself.
Yeah.
And there was about, what was it? Was it 9 seconds or something like that? 9 seconds. The BBC asked if they could have that clip. I don't know what they actually used it for. They just asked if they could have it. They never did get back to me. They just said, "Could we have your permission to use it?" I went, yeah, go ahead, as long as you put my credit on there. But I don't know what they used it for. I've no idea.
It's great.
I often think of you, though, when there's an advert for Lloyd's Bank comes on. And you see a horse running next to a train,
We talk about the black horse. I was going to say.
Black horse, yeah. I'm going to start chasing horses with me. That'll go down well, won't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Animal rights. Oh, whatever they call them.
Chasing black horses.
Yeah. Horse rustling with a drone. That's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah.
It was a really good edit.
Oh, thank you, Cap.
That music just makes your hair stand.
Oh, did it? Oh, did it? So I can't remember who it was by, because obviously I get most of mine now. I get from. I'm very tempted to have a look on my tablet now to see what the music was, but I get it. I used to obviously my first music I used to put on. It would be what do they call it? Copyrighted, but I wouldn't get any penalty for it. It just means that if there's any adverts running on it, it would go to the. It would go to the.
You can't monetize it, can you?
That's right. So then I decided to go to Epidemic Sound and use those. Right. I mean, is it about 10? Is it $10 a month or something like that?
Yeah, it's not very much. It's probably not even a 10. I think it's
I mean, it's the choice and the music, and of course with all my latest videos, I've been using those, especially like with the Grafton Underwood production that I did. I had a huge response from that. I've had so many Americans asking me if I can do another.
That was brilliant, Kim. It really was. I mean, I decided I thought, I actually downloaded it from YouTube and put it onto a disc so I can watch it like on the big TV and whatever. I don't want to watch it on the computer. I thought, no.
You should let me know. I'd have copied one for you. Run a Blu-ray up for you. You could have
You have to pop over the border and do Poddington. World War II.
Yes. Yeah. I'd love to. There's not many. There's obviously because that's one particular site, and I'm also going to give them a mention because there's a group, Friends of the 384th Bomb Group, who do a tremendous amount of work on that particular site. They clear areas so they can be people can actually see where the things were. So when I took the drone up, you could see down. You could actually see the areas where there were clearings and stuff. But I didn't realise how hard it was to clear those spaces, because literally you're taking like a layer of turf off the concrete.
So have you got any plans then, Kim, to do anything? Have you got when we can? Have you got any sort of plans to any new projects you want to?
I have. Well, there's one actually, funny enough, because now now you're showing that viaduct. I've been doing quite a lot of research about that actual viaduct itself, and the history, and how it was constructed, and who they used to construct that viaduct. Would actually shock you that they used children.
Really?
Children were used to construct that viaduct, which is quite scary actually, and the number of people who died constructing it as well. And there's a horrendous amount of history. So I'm toying on the idea of doing that production, and obviously there'll be a huge amount of aerial shots on that.
How old is it?
Oh goodness, no, 18. I've got it written down somewhere. I know it's over 100 years old now.
Is that only 7 arches then, Kim?
The one that we were looking at was the 8 Arches Bridge, which is that kind of follows. It's the reason I choose that to go there is because when the steam locomotive, and I don't know, have you actually, and you not actually filmed a locomotive yet, Steve? Have you going over that? No,
we did say when it happens, I'll be there. Come rain on.
There is drones. Like I say, I had that experience with some paramotors. Is it paramotors? These people who fly with a thing on their back. There were about 5 of them over there when I was doing the film, and it actually made me a bit scared about flying, because it's difficult to conceive how high those paragliders the paramotors are going. Yeah. So when we're looking at it, they can probably see better looking down than we can see looking up.
You're right.
And it was very difficult to judge the distance. And I thought, well, I could go ahead and take my drone. I'm allowed 400 feet. Mm-hmm. But to look at it, it looked like they were lower than 400 feet. And I was sure they weren't. But it just looked like that. And it made me a little bit nervous. But I did actually speak to the people afterwards. I did find out who they were. They're actually a really nice bunch of people. Yeah. And
he's a good guy. That's Paul somebody, isn't it?
Yeah.
That Paranoid guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. So I saw this
lovely bunch of people, really, really nice. And I said, like I say, we got in touch and we had a good old chinwag. Paramotors, I couldn't remember if it was paramotors. They are really no.
Yeah,
it's an engine on your back
with they've got a motor on the back.
Yeah, like a backpack. But
the odd thing about that in the U.S. is that those people can fly those and literally have no FAA oversight.
That's crazy.
None. But to fly our little drone.
We know.
I think you have to have training, don't you? You have to have proper training.
Yeah, you have to have training. Yeah. But there's less licensing for a paramotor than there is for a paraglider. And the difference is...
Let's all sell the drones and buy them. Got the GoPros, one on your back, one on your top, one on your head. Well, hey, free.
Try doing FPV with one of those things.
The difference is that you're taking off and landing on foot.
Yeah.
And the other type, you're actually landing on, wheels. So it's just an oddball thing.
I think I'll keep my feet on the ground. Actually, I'm sure they're safe, but I'll let the experts do that.
Steve, how would you fly one of those through that bowling alley?
Oh, believe you me, Marcus. I bet if I was left in charge, I'd get through the bowling alley. There'd be nothing left of the bowling alley. All the people in there.
Kim, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you ever go down to the World War II Command and Control Centre? Did you ever go down to the World War II Command and Control Centre at Grafton? The underground one?
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't go to the underground one. Went to the operations building, the ops building.
Yeah.
The other one's been blocked off.
Okay.
It's all been blocked off. You can't get in.
No, that's a shame.
I don't know how long it... Oh, you went down there, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I mean, there is some exciting plans planned for that that particular site. I can't say too much because I don't know how much has been revealed. So, I mean, it's obviously they've told me, but I don't know if I'm allowed to tell anyone. So I'm going to keep it hush hush. You might know a little bit about it, Kev. I don't know.
Honestly, I dare say it's to do with Belton Estates, though, isn't it? Making some money out of it.
Well, yeah, it's sort of they've got great plans ahead, and if it does go ahead, it would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. And that's as much as I can tell you, really.
That's all right. No problem.
You know what I mean? I mean, it might be okay. I mean, if someone said, "Yeah, go ahead and tell them," but I mean, obviously, I can't say too much at the minute. But and also, of course, yours truly, Mr. Steven Spielberg, has been having a little nosy around.
Has he? Wow.
Whether he chooses Grafton or some local airfield close by, or whether he does any filming at Grafton, but in the pipeline there is I don't know if it's a series or whether it's going to be an actual movie, but he has got plans on doing a movie.
I bet he was inspired by your movie.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, right. I'd like to think that, Jackie. I've not heard the phone ring. I've had no mail.
Mr. Spielberg, if you do happen to ever watch this, remember Kim, right?
Yeah.
It started here with me.
Here, right here. Anyway, well, as you know, we did we ran a quick competition last week, and we had some good entries as always. So we'll thank you in advance for that. And let's just have a look at the entries we had. There you
Wow.
go. Very impressed with the entries.
I vote for
I
Terry's
don't want
picture.
to. I don't envy you, Kev.
Thank you, Marcus.
Oh, well, there's only one thing to say now.
Who gave me this job? Hey?
I really don't envy you at all.
Terry did.
What?
Hey, Kev's a job.
You volunteered me, did you?
I don't know what I've done.
I'll tell you, really, really hard job. There's some brilliant entries in there.
How long did it take you to decide?
Well, all day yesterday, and then I look again today, and in the end, I've asked my wife to help me decide. So,
She didn't know either.
narrowed it down.
They were all good.
We do have a winner. We do have a winner, but I tell you, it was a really, really hard job. And the winner is, drum roll, please, Bob DeWitt.
Well done, Bob.
What was that?
Well done, Bob.
Which one?
Bob DeWitt. It's the
It's the one with water in it.
Oh, very clever, very good. I'm so I can get it behind me. Hang on, just
I think it was the first one you showed.
The first one, yeah. Jackie's favourite.
My favourite, yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Hang on.
I tried about the other very close favourites. It's so difficult.
I'm not going to be able to show most of this because it's the wrong shape for my there.
Yeah.
Just better. Oh, good grief! What's going? Is it there? No, it's not. Oh, come on! It's going to be there. Oh, hang on. Right, so I'll get this to stay there. Oh, good grief!
Whistle, Jackie.
Yeah,
I love watching Steve
whistle Dixie.
concentrate.
Oh dear, I've rotated the picture now. Now it's upside down. Oh no!
Commercial, couldn't we? We're going for a commercial break now.
Go to commercial break. That's it. Yeah.
What about a joke? I'll tell you a joke.
Yeah, go on. You carry on.
Go on, Terry.
Give us my lead in.
He's got to have his intro. Come on, Steve.
Oh, talk. Wait a what?
Let's get this over with.
All right, yeah, you tell a joke. That's it. Yeah.
We do that every week.
All right, are we ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Now this one's for Jackie. Really, it's something that's probably close to her heart. This wife spoke to her husband and said, "What would you do if I died? Would you get married again?" The husband, "Nah, definitely not." Wife, "Why not? Don't you like being married?" "Of course I do." "Then why wouldn't you marry?" "Okay, I'll get married again." "You would?" she said with a hard, hurt look. Husband, "Oh, for God's sake. Oh, would you live in our house?" "Oh, yeah, it's a good house." "Would you sleep with her in our bed?" "Well, where else would we sleep?" "Would you let her drive my car?" "Well, probably. It's brand new." "Would you replace my pictures with hers?" "Well, that would seem the proper thing to do, wouldn't it?" "Would you give her my jewellery?" "No, I'm sure she wants her own." "Would you take her golfing with you?" "Yes, those are always good times." "Would she use my clubs?" "No, she's left-handed." Oh.
Terry's Joke of the Week.
That was very good. I like that. Very good.
You get a hole and you get
It's the way he tells them.
Sorry, Bob, I've cut part of your picture off, but there we are. You can see it.
Yeah, love.
So the winning
That's a worthy winner.
So well done, Bob. We'll
Fantastic. Very good.
Hey, can we talk about that picture for a second? Because
Yes,
I
we
think
can.
there's some really good reasons that it stood out to Kev. And the greenery, the coloration on the side, the color of the water. No, I'm serious. Plus the white water there. It just and it was framed very, very, very well. I totally agree with your choice, Kev.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed because I chose it as well. Yeah.
You did. You did. Yes,
Maybe I could be a judge.
yeah.
Hey,
So
you can be judge next time.
if you can, Bob, if you, I will message you if you get an email. So what I'm going to do is send you a code. It's actually valid until you've got another 10 days on it. So
it's valid until midnight tonight.
oh, don't you spoil all my fun, Terry. No, it was valid until midnight last night.
Well, like the package I got from Street Shirts, it had one of those little coupons in it. It had a 5-pounder in there, and it had already expired by the time I got the package.
So he gets a polo shirt. We took about 2 years to get. No, he didn't. He gets a polo shirt. He gets a voucher that's out of date and no candy,
No sweets.
No sweets.
Marcus, if you email them and say it arrived but your voucher was already out of date, they'll send you another one.
They'll send you a £10 one. And we can
I
have a
just
competition.
It arrived, but it was already out of date. Where's my candies?
Yeah. Candy, yeah. That's it. You tell them.
Some sweets as well.
What's hilarious here is that I learned to call it sweets from you guys, and now I hear you guys calling it candy.
Are we doing that to help you?
Trying to make you feel at home, Marcus.
Yeah, we're trying to make you feel at home.
Yeah.
On all our cars, we've got trunks and hoods.
Oh, I fancy a biscuit now.
Is that a cookie?
A cookie.
A cookie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oreo.
Ooh, Oreo.
Oreo. Have you got your lunch already, Marcus?
Yeah, because of the time change. See, I'm an hour later now. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Have you had it?
Already.
You know, I look forward every week to watch Marcus's lunch, and then I write down what he had for his menu.
He's on to dessert. He's on to the biscuits or cookies or whatever you
The
want to call
cookies.
them.
Biscuits.
Biscuits, yeah. You don't dip them in gravy. You don't dip them at Vitty's chocolate in gravy.
Gravy?
We have biscuits and cookies. You just have cookies.
Yeah.
Well,
no, they have biscuits.
What do you think of biscuits?
Gravy.
I don't know. Marcus, what do you call them? Is that Oreo? Is it a cookie or a biscuit?
It's a cookie.
So what is a biscuit to you?
A biscuit is like what you would have for dinner, kind of semi-unleavened bread, and it's like what Terry said. You split them apart, you put it on a plate, and you pour a ton of gravy over it. Oh, baby.
Oh yeah. Brisket.
Now we're talking.
Brisket.
Brisket, isn't it? Brisket.
I think you've got it wrong, Marcus. It's a Yorkshire pudding.
Brisket.
That's going to really confuse them. It's a pudding you dip with gravy. You don't put custard in a Yorkshire pudding.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's just variations to everything, isn't there? Hang on, what about crisps?
Not bready.
Oh, yeah, crisps.
Give me a break. They're chips. And it's
potato chips.
French fry. Yeah.
Oh,
so we go to a fish and chip shop. You get a bit of fish and a bag of crisps.
Yeah, that's not right, is it?
No, that's
What
wrong.
do you say?
You're
Have
wrong
you
on
got
that one, Marcus. Definitely wrong.
Cookies are sweet, biscuits are savoury. So we could call, we have cheese and biscuits, cream crackers. They're biscuits, apparently.
No.
Asgard Studios is spot on the way he described that.
Yeah.
He's spot on. Yeah.
Cookies are sweet.
But we have potato chips, and you guys call them crisps, right? And then and then when we have fish and chips, it's French fries that they serve with that fish, not
the thin ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not fish and chips because they're chips.
I don't care. I'm a fat guy. I eat all.
He doesn't care. He just eats it. Be like me. Put it in front of me, I'll eat it. There we are.
Bless it.
I did have a. I'm sure I have another video editor show somewhere. I'm sure. Oh yeah, this one here.
I like that.
That was filmed with a Mavic 2 Air. Very.
Very.
I spotted that for some Hello.
I was going to the Nutty Professor look. Sorry.
I'm just trying to think of that character now from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Doc.
I told Sarah, I said, I am not cutting it till after I get the second shot. Second shot, then we'll think about it.
Actually, when I was going my jab, I sat in this chair and I thought, I wonder if I can do a short back and sides while I'm sitting here. They were too hurried to get me out the door. So, well, come on, give me an injection and we've done it. Go. Did you get a sticker though, Marcus? Did you get a sticker?
I said, oh, a sticker.
Yeah.
I got a lollipop.
That's from Sean Oz. Sean Oz.
Oh,
good channel if you ever want to see it.
I got a sticker anyway.
But what do you mean by sticker?
Oh, I don't know what it was. A label, like
like an Idaho quadcopter label.
Ooh. It's just a sticker. You can say sticker. That's a BMFA one.
Well, I do have a sticker. Yeah, this is
when you had your shot, Marcus.
Oh God, I couldn't figure out what you were getting at there. No, she actually said, "You're not bleeding. Do you want one?" I said, "No."
You see our Prime Minister come out there after having his AstraZeneca with a little sticker on there. I thought, yeah, got one. Well, she give me a sticker. I thought, what the hell am I going to do with this? I'm just waiting to be stuck on it in my finger.
Oh, so to prove that you got the shot. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. In the United States, I realize we're the colonies and all, but they actually give us a document.
No, we got one in as well.
Oh, okay.
we got one made by Steve Timewall and actually printed out. It's going to be our future to go on holiday.
I'm sorry I'm so thick-skulled, Steve. You lost me on that one.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Cool.
Nice, Kim.
That's what you get. Nice, girly one. And then on the back, it basically just tells you the type of vaccine.
The batch
tells
number.
you the type, batch number,
That's
and
it,
the date it was given with my name.
Yep. That's
You're not going to start making ID cards out of them then, Kim?
Good idea, isn't it?
I think just.
I'll have a go at that, I will. Good old Terry, good old boy.
You know,
I thought as much. I like that. I saw something in your video, actually, Kim. The video we just watched.
Yes.
When you took off your gimbal protector,
Yeah.
you had a red. What's it on it?
Oh, this is the thing what it says on it, removed before flying.
Did
Yeah. Yes, you did. And I thought, what a good idea, because the number of times I've set up ready to go, and I've still got the gimbal cover on.
I've actually got one of these things. I could never work out how to fix it to the gimbal cover.
Well, I've just been looking and seeing how I could do it, but I think I'm going to end up sticking.
It's a good idea, actually, Terry, because I
It
have
is a
actually took off when it's still on.
Yeah,
I did admit it. I admit it. You know what I mean?
Fire the drone up and suddenly realise you're getting gimbal errors because something's holding the camera
Yeah.
so firmly in place.
When I
No,
had
I'm going to do that. I think that was a really.
Yeah, that's it. You get FPV then.
It won't do the gimbal lot good. I mean, the gimbal motors are going to be sort of like burning out left, right, and Chelsea.
No, that's
When
right.
I-
I'm going to
when I had a
stick
Phantom
this on so that it's there, and then you know.
Yeah, I've got one of those, Terry. I just didn't know. I mean, I had two of them somewhere. I could never work out. So if someone knows how to fix them on,
Yeah, drill a hole. Drill a hole. That's what I did when I had a Phantom.
where do
Drill
you
the
get
hole.
No nails glue.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's it. Or Gorilla Glue.
Or super glue.
Gorilla Glue is good, yeah. No, I like that idea.
Or just leave the gimbal cover off altogether. Don't bother putting it back on. That's probably the best idea. Well, if you put it in a case, do you need your gimbal cover? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you do. I think so. I
Yeah.
always put mine on.
It's a bit fiddly though. Sometimes I find that one, that clear one, for the
Yeah.
for the 2 Pro. I find it fiddly, but I know it's essential. I think you can actually get Polar Pro do one.
What's this? Buddy Holly played cricket or crickets or with the crickets. Buddy Holly
And the
played
Crickets.
with a band called the Crickets.
Yeah, Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Yeah, Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Yeah. That was part and parcel of our American language. She was.
It's just trying to find out our age, I think.
Let's face it, we could talk about that stuff all day long. We could. Yeah.
It's been fun.
Well, that's it. I mean, there's so many different variations, but it's the same in the UK, though. Different parts of the UK, they have different words for different things as well.
Well, same in the U.S. But Kim, you just said something a couple of minutes ago that I've noticed has gradually crept into my own lexicon. You were talking about the gimbal cover, and it's a little bit fiddly. That is a British saying. There's no question about it. Fiddly. And I find myself using that all the time now when I'm messing around with something.
You've got to be careful, Marcus.
Yeah.
You have to be careful, though, Marcus. Because if you say to somebody who's on the fiddle, you're going to end up with a nose splattered across your face. Are you on the fiddle?
Well, because if you say someone's on the fiddle, it means they're up to no good. They're on the rob. They're probably
well, that's interesting. See, I would never have known that. Yeah.
Or they're crooked. Well, Terry can fill you in on the fiddle.
We're going to have to be a little bit careful.
Fiddly John.
Because,
it's a bit fiddly, John, but he's on the fiddle because it's fiddly.
Yeah, there's too many terminologies for that word. We'll leave it one.
No, I do. I'm old-fashioned when I say things. It's funny how you know, you hear your parents say it, and then you obviously you've been brought up in that environment, so therefore you say the word yourself. Until
So
you probably
Kim, I think that may come from like from when people used to like mess around with a violin and so I'm fiddling about. I don't know. Do you mean?
Yeah.
But it's also interesting as the internet has spread, and just like what we're doing right now, those kind of expressions do become international. You know, people start using them all over the world then.
Yeah. What's the other one? Mucking about?
Mucking about, yeah.
Mucking about. I mean, obviously, I lived for a short while in you know, a little while in Canada when I moved over there. And a lot of the things they couldn't understand what I was saying. Most of them thought I was Australian. I don't know why, but they did. They thought I was like, no, just go, oh, g'day, mate. How you doing? I said, I'm Australian. I'm British.
I get the same, Kim. It must be the Northamptonshire accent.
Yeah. A friend of mine from Australia. I mean, and suddenly he was talking about when Paul Hogan started hitting our screens in the UK. He said, "Oh, I have to come around and watch it with you so I can explain some of the words." I thought, "Well, yeah, you can. You know, like and some of the words he come out with, you think, never heard that word before, but you know, it's all what words, how they put it into context. You work it out yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
But it's different words mean different things in different countries and even different counties in the UK.
Yeah, you're right. It does, yeah.
But there we are.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
What about an egg banjo? That's one, an egg banjo.
What?
It's an egg this is an old army expression, an egg banjo. And what it is, you've got an egg sandwich in your hand, you've bitten into it, and the yolk has gone all the way down the front of your tunic. Doing this. That's an egg banjo.
Yeah, I've done that before. Now, I remember sitting on the beach, and I was looking onto the beach in Great Yarmouth one day. Beautiful sunny day. This is Stan sort of selling sort of bacon and egg
butties
rolls. Yeah, as I bit into it, everyone's going looking at me. I think, I've got all this yolk all poured out.
Hey, I gotta say though, I used to drive a milk truck, a dairy truck, and I delivered to on an army base in Seattle, and there was a British contingent on base, right? And they literally had their own kitchen, so I would deliver to all these individual kitchens. Let me tell you, the Brits always bought the best, tons of cream. The high fat product is what they bought.
Yeah.
See, saying we're all fat. It's quite all right.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Remember, it's high protein, Marcus, when you're doing heavy work.
That's it.
That's our excuse.
I never had Marcus pegged as a milkman.
On that note, we better say good night, and we'll probably carry on this conversation until midnight anyway. So thanks ever so much for watching, and congratulations again to Bob Dwight for winning the competition. So we'll be in touch with that. And Kim, thanks ever so much for joining us once again.
Brilliant.
And so it's a goodbye from me and goodbye from them.
Bye.
And we'll do it all again next week. If we can get out of this door. How do we get out of here? I don't know. How do we get out of here? Let's go.
Joining us tonight on the Drone Seekers Sunday Show. It's good night from us until next time. Stay safe and fly safe.